Welcome to Isn't It Obvious? I'm your host, Sera, with Phil and Micah. My topic today, isn't it obvious we need a better professional clothing standard? Business suits are silly looking, boring, and probably the most uncomfortable clothing choice ever invented. Suits are the worst.
Disagree.
I
You can layer with suits. You have a lot of personalization and augmentability with suits.
No, they're
think of all
so
the different
boring.
Inner linings
What
that you
different?
have.
You have black or navy, sometimes tan if you want to get ridiculed on public television.
Not
Dare
public
you.
television. That's for-profit television.
Whatever, you're
News
right.
program
News
in
programs.
gigantic air quotes.
But mostly black and navy. Maybe brown if you're boring and it's the 70s.
Well, then you get a corduroy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
how awesome would
It's
it be
so
for a
boring.
president to bust out,
And
strut in with just a corduroy suit
And
on?
can I just say something about fucking neckties? They're basically vestigial bibs. They're just fucking, like, man baby.
No.
Bibs.
No. Do you know why at a governmental level so many men wear ties?
Because they're fucking baby.
No. For when their mistresses come over, it makes for the erotic asphyxiation much easier.
Okay, well, that was not something
I wasn't seeing. I did not see that coming.
Did not.
Yeah, why do you think Trump had such a long one? His dick's so small, it's how he makes up for it.
Well, first of all,
Yeah,
I mean, he doesn't he own his own clothing company?
probably.
No, he licenses it out to China and just has his name on it.
I
Same
feel
thing
like
with
as
his
a
daughter.
billboard for licensing out his own stuff, he would dress better, right?
You would
No.
think that, but...
He doesn't care. Plus, you really need to get like 3 sizes too big because of his Depends. Because
Yeah.
he clearly has incontinence.
I mean,
All I'm saying is they look super uncomfortable. Like, the professional world has to, like, there's got to be a better way. Like, suits look terrible. They look terrible. They just look uncomfortable. They're boring.
Should we go back to like magisterial cloaks that they had for lawyers in the 1700s?
You know, honestly, cloaks would probably be more comfortable.
No, but then you also have the button up and you have to wear a wig because you have so much lice that you don't have any hair.
I mean, you don't have to wear a wig, Micah.
You do.
You don't.
Uh-huh.
yeah, but if you're gonna
Go back to the Roman Parliament. They all had wigs.
Let's not wear a wig.
there's nothing wrong with.
There's nothing
wigs.
wrong with wigs if they're clean and you wash your scalp and don't, like, let bugs infest your wigs.
There's way more work in wig care than it is just for your natural hair.
It's true.
I feel like that's
your natural hair is much easier to take care of. I would agree there. But like,
So,
I've
I
had this
will
wig
say,
for like 8 years. No one's even noticed.
you're right. No one has noticed. Anyway, so
For the record, Micah does not wear a wig.
he just wears a hat a lot. Anyway,
I feel attacked.
I mean, Micah has hair, and that is like a feature that I am slowly not having. So screw you, Micah.
Do you see how thin this is?
as a
Mine
as a
is just-
lizard.
Do you see the row of planted pines
Well,
that you can see between?
Sorry,
What?
everyone, that the men here are going over their male pattern baldness.
Well, yeah, when you have
on the other
87
hand,
pounds of hair.
I am just over here with my luscious lizard locks, just full head of hair.
That's right. You heard from the lizard here. Dinosaurs did not have feathers. They had luscious locks.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Some of them did.
Some of them may have.
T-Rex, Dolly Parton curls.
The rumor has it.
Except for the male T-Rex, they're just sad.
Yep.
There's male T-Rex.
But like, okay, so like I've worn like I don't really wear professional clothing at my job. Like the most I wear is maybe like leggings and like a long shirt or a long dress sort of thing. Like that's probably as professional as I get. Maybe a cardigan. Blazers, like women's blazers, they're fucking uncomfortable, all right? Like they're
Because
just
they got rid of the shoulder pads. That added so much to women's features
No,
in
I
the
don't-
80s when they had gigantic
Oh, boy.
shoulder pads.
You know, I remember going to my mom's closet as a kid and being like, what are these shoulder pads? What are they?
No, I wear those to fancy dinners and Thursday night football.
Oh
Yep.
man, I'd squeeze them. I'm like, what are these?
Well, what would you say is...
Also, she had a really nice, huge walk-in closet. I was like, just amazed. Anyway,
Would you say that, like, you don't want to have this type of suits for men, or is it suits for men and women?
yes.
Okay. But men have it super easy, right? Because you can just wear a boring suit and, you know, it's like...
Okay,
boop-a-doop-a-doop.
so fair enough. Okay,
But
it's
it goes both ways in terms of like what
professional.
professional casual. Like if you're going to be on television clearly the dresses are going to be more elaborate. The suits are going to be, pressed and crisp. You don't want any
No wrinkles.
pleating or sit marks in
Yeah.
your suit if you're going to be that presentable. But for the casual office worker,
Like, just wear a polo and, like, casual dress slacks.
yeah, but I think that's more the norm anyway. Unless you're literally presenting, unless you are meant to be in front of a lot of people or representing something. I don't even think that many people wear suits anymore.
That's probably true.
Like maybe boardrooms.
You're
for echelon,
Phil,
but-
you're the one who's, like, in an actual professional field. Do you,
Yeah.
do,
Well, you're
do
the
any...
one of us who actually works.
Yeah.
So.
It's
I
true.
mean,
It's true.
But you don't wear a suit.
Do you wear a suit?
I wear I don't wear a suit all the time. I wear dress shirt and tie.
Okay, so you still wear a tie, though.
I wear a tie.
And a button-up. Like,
Yes.
like a woven button-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't do this because I think I mentioned this story before, but I do feel like it does give a different impression that you care about your job.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, though, just like you're saying, they just wear business casual,
Yeah.
so it's fine. But
Khakis or black slacks or something.
Right.
And
no tie.
No
I'm
tie,
one of the very
maybe a
few
polo.
people that wear a tie, and so mainly salespeople might dress up nice. But yeah, I mean, it's
Who is there a type of employment level at your job where suits are normal, like full on 3-piece, maybe like optional vest, but you definitely have the blazer and you have the
blazer, tie,
slacks,
collar,
yeah.
button-up.
there are
yeah.
when I see people wear that,
Dress
they're
shoes.
usually like you mentioned, someone who's supposed to be in front of a camera, and they're there. Sometimes we have like these big meetings where some doctor would show up, and he's always looking really sharp, or she is looking really sharp. They dress well. I feel like the difference between those that are like the peasants and those that are actually making a lord's wage
Cries.
is how nice they look in clothes. I feel like the more, like sometimes a few of the keynote speakers will show up and they look good. They look like their clothes are tailored. They look like they fit them. They look like themselves, that they are in good shape. Typically because they can spend the extra money in gyms or better food or whatever. And I kind of like feel those type of people, they're presenting a different, like they're part of their job is image, and that's fine. That's what they get paid for. Like a real estate agent, right? They don't
Yeah.
drive in a Geo Metro,
That's fair.
right? They drive a car that reflects that they're a certain level of profession, and that's why you have trust in them. It's like
they drive a
building.
Kia Samurai.
Usually they drive like a nice car because it shows that they're successful enough to be able to afford a nice car, right? Like, I'm not saying that my job is in real estate, but the idea that you're trying to buy some charisma, I guess,
Yeah.
and they buy clothes that are well
Which is-
tailored and it looks good on them.
Well,
So-
But
okay,
is
but
that-
does it look good? Like,
But
okay,
is-
we think it looks good.
Because that's what we've been sold.
Exactly.
Because of...
No,
Media?
fuck your capitalism. Fuck your capitalism.
I said
no,
media. I can't believe
like-
I fell for that.
But like,
Sorry.
I feel like you could look just as professional in a different set of clothing, in a different style that would look in like objectively better if that was the cultural norm.
quick question, Sarah.
If that was the cultural
Yeah.
norm.
You're at a Mazda dealership trying to buy a car. You walk in,
I have done this before recently. Go ahead.
and there are two salespeople. There's Phil, wearing what he's wearing, and me, wearing what I'm wearing.
Oh boy.
Which do you go for?
Definitely Phil.
Why?
Male pattern baldness.
No.
He needs the money more.
No, because you seem like a liar and
Wait,
No,
I'm
you
kidding.
know me as a liar.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
seem like
Yeah.
a liar.
This
this
is
is really
tough. This is
difficult.
tough.
This is difficult because I know both of you. This would be a very different. This
All
would be
right,
a very
well,
different thing if it was
replace our
strangers.
heads with anything but take our general attire.
Oh well, because Phil is wearing a specific company on his logoed apparel. I would probably go with you because clearly you're not selling me what I'm looking
Yes,
for.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I wore this because of this company logo, because inside this thing, like jacket, whatever, It has a really deep pocket, and I could put my Nintendo Switch in there.
You know,
super-
you know what that pocket
It's like so nice.
So you know what that pocket actually is? It's not a real pocket. It's actually an embroidery pocket. Oh, unless it's not.
No, that's an actual pocket.
Oh,
Which is
Screw the shit?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like so.
okay. It's a sneaky pocket. Then.
Yeah,
It's a
because
sneaky
embroidery
pocket.
pocket is just
Yeah,
a
up in
small
the top, yeah.
entrance, so you can
It's so
embellish
deep.
it.
I thought he was
I can
talking
put my
about it was,
Switch
like,
in
right
there,
there.
and I can just go like that, and nobody knows that I'm just gonna be playing.
See, that's why we
Pokemon.
need. You know what we need? I don't think it's that we need to do away with suits and other professional attire. We should augment them into like 90s fashion.
No.
Can you imagine?
Micah's
No.
wrong. Just wrong.
Jinko
No.
business pants.
Why? Why must you put this image into my
By the
head?
way, we were in a
Hold
dry
on, let me get my
spell.
laptop out of my ankle
I
pocket
think for
here.
like the past 6 episodes, we didn't mention Jinko, and
But
I'm glad
somehow-
it's back again. I
I
put
think
it in the
this
show
needs-
notes every time.
We should just make that part of the drinking game.
No,
No, Micah.
Our fans make the drinking game.
Yeah.
What fans?
We just drank.
anyway.
Who's back?
I don't think we have anyone that actually listens to us. It just
I don't-
goes out to the
The ether.
ether.
Yeah, it's just into the
We
void.
get like
Alright.
bots
Which is
who
fine.
try and farm us for
Hey,
information.
we did get an email. I don't know if you saw it in the IIO.
Yes,
email,
yes, yeah.
with the fake review thing from I don't even know what, for this platform or whatever. And I'm like,
Right.
well, it
Swizzle?
clearly someone listened to it and wrote their review on that platform, trying to get our business or whatever.
What was the review?
It was a nice thing, I guess. It was actually kind of a nice.
I listened to your episode, and I have to say it was interesting. I really felt like if you wanted to reach more audience, you
No,
should
it wasn't that
go
bad.
do
It was
this.
actually a little
I'm
more.
sorry.
It was a little more personal. Than
I
that.
really like.
I lost my
Host
father 3
A.
weeks ago, and I found your podcast.
less
Only-
personal than that.
And
No,
We're
it
just
was
setting
more
the
like
parameters here.
no, it was more like I think they said something about like it was it was nice. It was a nice lunch break or something like that to like I've never wanted to argue more at my computer screen or my phone or whatever. I'm just like and you have opinions too or something.
That's
like
what we do.
that. And I'm like, yeah, we're not right. We're not.
oh
right.
wait, this could be a real review.
Yeah, that could legitimately be a real review.
Yeah,
Well,
because
it
the people,
is like no, I'm saying
They didn't try to solicit anything, right?
well, like they were sort of soliciting their platform to like.
Okay, this is not a real review then.
So it's not really. It's a real person, I think, who actually listened to our episodes and wants us to like.
If a real person actually listened to our episode, they would just shoot themselves in the head, and they wouldn't be able to
If
write
a real,
an email back.
If a real person actually listened to our episode, their username wouldn't be like SSV something or other. So yeah, I don't think it's like a real.
What are you talking about? I love this.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Sorry, I
that was
shouldn't-
exciting.
I shouldn't make
Daddy,
fun
we
of our
digressed.
listener.
Our
Listener. Sorry, editor. You're the only one who has to listen to
Yeah,
this.
poor editor.
I have shared it with some friends, and we did get a YouTube comment.
We did yeah.
That one time.
Yep.
Which,
And then we never heard from them again.
Yeah.
which is
that's-
totally
that's
fine.
And the last thing
My
they
mom
searched for was
has-
how to kill myself.
Oh Jesus!
Sorry.
My
Bad
mom
joke.
has actually
Have you had a
listened
day?
to has actually listened
Sorry.
to a few episodes.
What?
My mother has listened to a few
I'm
episodes.
so sorry for your mom.
I am too.
No. Trust me. Agnes knows what she's getting into.
I
Agnes
gave
is
her
definitely-
forewarning. I said not all of them are good, and
Come take a walk,
most
stab
of
in
them
the
are
dark.
actually really bad.
Most of
and-
them are really bad. Most of our episodes. I love them
I
because I
enjoy
feel
them.
like I'm talking to you guys again while I'm listening
and
to
I
it.
do enjoy yelling at
Yeah.
like our stupid arguments. It is
Yes.
fun
It's
for
only-
me to listen to, but I don't think
It's fun for us.
Wait, so then,
It's like
if
a
we
terrible
want to be a more,
inside
We're
joke.
so bad.
so if we want to be a more professional podcast, should we dress in
No,
professional
yeah.
attire?
absolutely
Yeah.
not. No,
I can wear a tux like Jordan B. Peterson,
I think
Yeah, yeah.
I think
and
there's
just talk like him.
no. I just think we should like revamp what we consider professional. Like I think suit and tie is, or even pencil skirts and blazers. They're awful. They don't even look good. Can we move on? Can we move to a new standard of?
So do you want more like
business
Kristen
professional?
Cinema style
I
at
have
that
no idea.
professional level?
I have no idea.
Isn't
what
she
that is.
some sort of congressperson?
Yeah, she's a senator from Arizona.
Okay, what is?
Okay.
Give us illustrate for us what?
Am I allowed to Google?
No,
No.
just tell us.
All right, I may need to ransack your closet for a bit.
But she is...
like you're gonna find anything remotely professional in
But
there.
she's like one of those
It's all athleisure and garbage.
moderate Democrats. Or moderate
No, she's a
liberals.
Republican.
Yeah,
But
Like what is? What
she
is
has a
wear?
lot of really bright, bold colors. Think,
Okay, bright bold. That's normal though in politics, actually, for women.
But is it compared to the more?
Have you
like,
seen
AOC?
the fucking Queen of England? Like,
Nancy
Yeah,
Pelosi
that's-
always reminds me of someone who dresses
or
up very
even like
Queen of
the
England's
first,
not a politician.
sort of.
She's
No,
And-
she's not.
Yeah, she
totally
sort
a
of is.
politician.
Pretty
She's
much.
not.
Yeah, she
What
is.
power does she have?
She has influence socially. Anyway.
Yeah, that's
does
good
she?
power.
But like,
Yeah.
for example,
What?
We're not derailing this conversation. But yeah, she does.
well, like a lot of okay, you know what? I give up.
Sorry, okay, sorry, Sarah. Sorry.
Nope. A lot of women wear very bright, bold, colorful, professional attire, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just looks really fucking uncomfortable. Could we do like the bold professional attire, but not have it be like pencil skirt and blazer? Could we do like, I don't know, can we just do like t-shirts and leggings or something like soups comfortable that can also be sort of professional looking? Like, is there a way to make something as comfortable as a t-shirt and leggings but professional looking? That's the sweet spot I want to find.
So you want our Congress representatives to wear jeggings and a T-shirt with the tuxedo pattern on it?
That would be so great. No, but I would laugh. I just
But did you miss the flack that Zelensky got for
wearing a t-shirt?
Yeah, when his country is being invaded?
Fucking wear a t-shirt, sir. And also, you look fucking great in that t-shirt.
No, my counter to that is Macron in France wore some jeans and a hoodie to get some weird stolen valor type shit. Like,
Okay.
I am fighting hard for France.
I'm sure
You
you
can
are.
tell because I'm not wearing a suit.
Yeah.
No, the t-shirt works for Zelensky. He looks awesome in that t-shirt.
For our listeners, by
And
the
he
time
also
you guys
voiced-
Yeah, by the
listen
time
to
you
this
hear this,
episode,
Yeah, but by the time
Ukraine
you-
may or may not be a country,
Yeah.
and
No, it'll be a country. It'll just be smaller,
it'll be a
and Russia will be a little bit bigger.
we are
maybe-
recording.
or it'll not be that. And
Right.
Anyway,
I like to just, for the listener, we're recording in about 3 weeks since the Russian
3 weeks,
war
I think
in
is right.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
I just want to add just a
the
tidbit here.
Russian bullshit.
4 weeks?
invasion.
Okay. America
weeks?
took out Baghdad and Iraq in 3 weeks. So let's just see how Russia does. Maybe, maybe they'll tie for second place. I don't like 6 weeks, maybe 12
Well,
weeks.
for Kyiv to fall?
Yeah.
I don't know if Kyiv's gonna fall.
I don't know either. Russia does like I don't think they're
Their strategy's been real bad.
and
Well-
and to be honest, they don't like this isn't gonna be an easy thing because there's so much resources being put into Ukraine, just kind of on the not the sly, but like I know like the U.S. has like just thrown a bunch of money and equipment, to Ukraine to help them defend without actually engaging Russia directly, just because we're fucking not looking for a nuclear war and escalation, but we also don't want to see Ukraine. Anyway, whatever. I could go on, but
I
would
don't
like to-
see nuclear war being an outcome in almost any,
I-
even if like Russia and America go to blows.
I think it
I
is.
don't see-
I think it is all posturing.
No, because mutually assured destruction is still there.
That well, no, it is, but that's what I'm saying is the mentions of it is posturing.
If
Yeah.
Like
If
when
America-
I hear in the news like Russia or Putin is considering nuclear war, and you're just like,
well, good. That's
Is he?
far less dangerous
is
than nuclear
he
war.
or are you just or is he just
Considering nuclear war versus
Like,
doing nuclear war
I
are two
mean,
different things.
like, are you just doing this to like wave your dick around, or are you like legitimately going to like send nukes? Because those are two very different things.
Well, I for one am very disappointed in the fact that their soldiers looked also terribly dressed. Like we mentioned fashion, professionalism, and
So it'd
like,
be better if the Russian army was in suit and ties?
They would probably be less likely to defect.
to pivot this conversation,
Who's
I
defected?
Quite a few
Yeah.
Russian.
immediately surrendered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's
like-
not defection.
It is though.
No, Ukraine isn't giving them a gun.
No, but they're still defecting from Russia. They're clearly not.
No.
Oh, I suppose
No.
there is a difference between.
Surrendering is not defecting.
Okay, fair enough.
But
Defecting would mean
No,
those
you're
Russian
right, you're
soldiers
right.
are fighting against
You're
Russians
right.
again.
You're right.
But the one thing I do find funny is that I agree that fashion is important, though. I don't know why we have the 3-piece suit tie crap, but
I think it is important too, and I think you do want to dress for the job you want, right? Or you dress.
Oh, I think that's
you
much
dress.
bullshit.
No, I think you do. I think you do put on clothes to signal to others
Yeah.
like what you're about. Like that does make sense to me. I just don't understand why the suit has to be that thing.
Oh,
All right,
Can we change it to
I have a
something
question.
else? Can we have like fucking wizard robes? I don't
Okay.
care what it is. Just something.
No, I have. Is it more important
Wizard
that?
robes. Kimonos.
Yes,
So-
kimonos would
kimonos.
be great.
Kimonos.
Kimonos would be great.
Yeah.
I would take it.
Go take it.
Who do you trust more?
Or those fucking amazing like pants that are just balloons and they're just anyway. Go on.
Jinkos.
Oh,
Not
there we go.
Jinkos.
Room by the Jinkos.
They're not jeans.
They're the stiffest denim ever with pockets that are the pants.
What do you call them? No, hakama. The pants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Japanese.
Pillow pants.
It's like a really low crotch.
No.
They're just super
They're
flowy.
just they're like super flowy.
You don't have to fold. You know, they're not really
They're great.
Like,
They
creased.
look soup's comfy.
Okay, all right,
Anyway.
all right. No.
They
So
are.
I have a question. Who's more approachable in a sales situation, regardless? You're getting a new dishwasher.
Okay.
So you're going to a place that sells only dishwashers. There are two salespeople. There is Phil's head.
Ugh.
He's so mean to himself.
No, I would. If I saw my head on the salesman, I'd be like I would take my hand and put it against the
I'm gonna
face and
decapitate
then
all
just
of these salesmen.
move the head.
But Phil's head on a polo and slacks, or my head on a three-piece suit.
Oh man.
Which one are you going to go for when you're buying
Absolutely,
a large appliance?
the cleaner looking person. Sorry, Phil, you get chosen in this case. Micah's hair is just, woof,
It looks clean to me.
woof. It looks clean. It's just not
I showered sometime recently.
Yeah.
well done. I also showered sometime recently. Anyway,
Nice.
yes, it's good. It's good. We should all congratulate ourselves for good hygiene. It's hard. It's
Look-
really hard some days, especially after the last 2 years. Anyway,
So Sarah and I figured out, I think I'm going to really try and get my hair with oils and other styling things to just be jet black.
jet black from Calais.
So,
Just anyway,
black.
Micah's got a lot of flyaway. Like he's got like curly, fluffy hair.
I haven't shaved or had a haircut in about a year.
Oh.
So it's definitely not professional. It's not bad.
No, it looks like
it looks
a.
fine. Looks like a normal human being.
No, I would
Not
say
a salesperson. Not someone who's like
Micah's
in a professional.
If I
field.
had, if I
maybe
never
a
met.
mad scientist.
No. If I've never met Micah before, right, and I just saw him now, I would be like, he has the persona or the look of Frasier, of just being like,
He reminds me of the history guy who goes aliens.
no, like a professor or
That dude wishes he could have a beard like me.
He does.
like
And
a
my beard is bad.
no. You
Not-
Micah to me, if you just saw him on a lineup, would be
My
like
beard, on the other hand.
history professor or something like this, right? Like
Yeah,
an
like
academic.
professor. Yeah, you can
And
be
so
an
if you
academic.
wore like the professor outfit, people would seriously consider Micah as a
Okay,
like
so,
an academic.
some authority figure
Scholar.
in the scholar.
So
yeah,
slacks,
scholar. He could
slacks, a button up but rolled up sleeves,
Yes.
and a vest.
You would look like you're.
perhaps a tweed suit if you really want to get profesh.
I think it would just be the tweed blazer, but I always take it off with my sleeves already rolled up underneath.
God, we're
It was-
just
yeah.
really angry about it, but whatever.
I feel
You're,
like
you're
that's
tenured, so there's nothing we
Exactly.
can do.
Yeah. Who else really cares about the augmentation and evolution of social media via specifically Twitter?
everyone cares about this. Oh,
No, not the history of it.
Anyway,
Have I
Micah's,
showed you my numbers on what happened after they changed from 144 to 218 characters?
no.
I have
Okay,
some graphs
so-
for you.
so Micah would be like the bohemian scholar or something, like the scruffy scholar. I think that's better.
So I'd teach like a poet class at the adult learning annex.
No, you'd probably teach history.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Or government or something like that, or
Kind of one and the
political
same. Yeah.
philosophy, something
That all
like
falls into the
Yeah.
arts. I would be in
Yep.
the Soviet side of
you'd
U of M.
you'd be the humanities or something.
Yeah.
You'd teach like philosophy class or something.
Something actually
Phil,
worth
you can stay in your job. You,
Ugh, thanks. Why to
Yeah,
typecast
have
me
fun
as
being
a
an
sad-
engineer.
you
Ugh.
typecast yourself pretty well.
Well, apparently I just got elevated to tenured history teacher at a major university.
Yeah, and this make believe of like, if we could dress you in any way you would want, in any type of movie setting, like I think Micah would be a scholar. Everyone agrees, and Philip, yeah,
You can
you're
just stay
just where
where
you
you're at.
are.
You can just stay where you're at. You're like, no, I hate where I'm at. Why would you do this to my fantasy world?
Thanks, guys.
Oh, you're welcome. What would you rather be?
Oh, I always wanted to be in academia way more than
So
industry.
you want to be a professor. What would you be a professor of?
Not maybe a professor, but maybe like a researcher or something.
Yeah.
Like trying to figure out new stuff. I always thought that was a lot more like fun or fulfilling or cool. But in reality, though, I don't really have the, I guess you could say I don't know, talent points for it. Like I didn't really set myself up for that very well. So it's, yeah. But that's what I would have wanted. Or that's what I wanted when I was a kid, was to go in that route.
Fair.
I quickly learned that my math skills were very, very, very underwhelming to be able to continue that track. So that's okay.
You're really trying to hide it, but you just didn't want to buy the clothes, right?
It's
Clothes is a
Clue.
fucking nightmare.
You'd have to wear like a fucking. You'd have to wear a lab coat. That would be just too much in the research field.
Yeah.
Assuming it was science, I don't know what else you would be doing in the research. I guess you could just crunch numbers and take
Wait,
surveys.
what? No, like engineer? That's Mythbuster shit.
Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the fuck you wear.
True. You could be wearing like fucking like a face shield and just.
Yeah, face shield, a bra, and a thong.
Or
and a lab coat.
Or a lab coat, or a safety coat, or something with lots of
Damn it, I'm drinking water.
suspenders and a bra. Anyway.
Suspenders and a bra?
Yeah, lumberjack. You haven't heard that?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Bikini, suspenders, bra.
Yep.
Face shield.
But no pants, so your suspenders have to go into your bikini.
And
Yeah, right,
a
right.
lab coat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forget the lab
Or a
coat.
man-
For decency's sake.
Yeah.
No.
Professional.
But at lunch, that lab
Transparent
coat
lab
is hung
coat.
up, and you just get to eat your, I don't know, soupy rice with just your hand. I don't know. Went off the rail on that one.
I would have loved to do real fun research stuff. Like that would be great. But alas, I will just have to settle for wearing a not suit and tie, dress shirt and tie, and black pants.
You know, I will say,
shoes.
getting into the research field is kind of like a little, well, in my experience, has been a little bit bullshit. I had an idea that I wanted to research, like when I was in college, was majoring in psychology and criminal justice. And I was very interested in like internet culture at the time, because who wasn't? And I was really interested in how socially people behave online with, you know, being anonymous versus not, or, you know, like having like an account with your name on it, like Facebook, you know. And I wanted to turn that into a research project somehow, but I really didn't have any like concrete ideas on how I could do that. And so like I went to a faculty person who sort of specialized in social psychology. That was her thing. Well, first I went to my advisor, and she recommended that I go talk to this social psychology person. So I went to her office hours and I talked to her about it, and she's like, yeah, I don't really see this as a good research thing.
Really?
And I'm like, really? Really? Like, because I think it's fascinating if you could just help me. And to be fair, maybe, like, my presentation of it wasn't very good, because it wasn't narrow enough to, like, have, like, a real research. But, like, if she could have just fucking, like, helped guide me to find something I could make that into. That's her fucking job, right?
Not just.
And she just was like, I'm not really interested, is kind of what I got from her. Like,
I don't think
like,
computers are going to be a thing.
Or
It's just
something. Yeah, I know, right?
Excuse me, I have
Like,
a fax coming in.
Yeah.
yeah, and to be fair, she was kind of on the older side. So it was kind of like, it was a super hard-hitting disappointment for me. And like, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going into research.
That concept right there is going to make many a doctoral thesis.
It could have.
You can have one.
Oh god, especially at
just
that time.
based around,
At that time.
You can have one solely based around January 6th.
Yeah.
Because so many of them are like, it was just, online. I felt like I had so much power. I felt like I had so much people on my back.
I mean, granted, this was like a fucking decade ago, but like,
which was even way more important because that
In a
was the
way.
infancy of the anonymous.
That's
like,
when you
so-
want to study
well,
those
and
things.
so like,
right.
yeah, I saw this fucking coming,
Jesus.
right? And like, I'm like, I want to make a study of this. I want to figure out why people behave this way, or like do something in this, because like I was very interested in it. And yeah, I just kind of got this isn't really well defined or blah, blah, blah. And she could have, like, helped guided me and figured out a way to make that. No, she just, like, no, I have my own research things and that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, my senior thesis also could play well into...
We could have put
this day and
fucking
age.
my school on the map with my...
Yep.
With my
I don't think so.
Well, if it was actually...
Maybe, though.
No, because...
If it flew, there was a chance.
No, but I feel that sense of anonymity, or the power wherein that gives you, has been something that has been with humanity. That's why we have common. You know,
Yeah.
it's a avenue of which you can do a lot of exploitation and a lot of self-benefit, whether it's exploitive or not.
Now, to be fair...
But the scale of internet culture
and
is
that's
what
I'm-
makes it super interesting to
It
dive
is,
into.
and I would love to study some piece of that. And, like,
Yeah.
to be fair, I understand that the concept I had kind of come in with was very broad and probably too broad. Like, it's not something that was a fully formed idea. But, you know, like, I would expect someone in that field
That does
to,
this day in, day out would
yeah,
be
well,
able
like,
to...
someone who does have research projects and is looking to make, you know, papers to publish in psychology journals and yada yada, like, would consider, like, okay, this is an interesting thought. How would you then make this into a study?
Yep.
Or what ideas do you have? What specific measurable things? Like, there could have been...
Niche indoctrination would have been
And,
good.
like, as a small fucking, like, small-minded, never have even considered research as an option before, like,
Oh, that bothers
like, not
me.
teenager, I guess I was, like, 20 or something.
You were still a
19.
child.
I was a child, right.
Still a child.
Like, I didn't really know, but, you know, like, it would have been really cool if, like, a fucking professor could have been like, okay, you have an idea. How can we make this into a research project? And then worked with me on that.
Yeah.
Because that would have been her fucking job, right?
That's
like,
her... Yeah.
You would
that-
think.
No, she was tenured. She gave no fucks.
I
And
actually,
as a tenured professor of history now, let me tell you, I give no fucks.
Well, Micah, I was going to just say that...
Something.
So my son's godfather is into research. And he's in Dallas, and he does good work, I guess. The thing that he really hates about it, though, is that you don't really get to pick what you want to research.
Yeah.
You just get to pick what your boss wants to research.
Yep.
And he doesn't really get to pick, or she. They have to write grants, or like
They have to get
grant
the funding.
proposals and get the funding. And he said that the thing that really bothered him is that if they really did something well, and it turns out that the hypothesis was incorrect, and it was just a fizzle, nothing really happened, they would not publish it.
which is
Wouldn't
really frustrating because that's also really valuable information.
Yeah.
They would not publish it.
You should publish failures.
Nope.
And
You
that's
absolutely should publish failures.
I
that
know, I
is-
agree with you completely, but they don't. And so
which
it's
is
like
stupid.
weird.
It is the like. Why are we so afraid of failure?
I don't know.
And even it's not even really a failure.
No,
it's just a
I think
discovery that
it's just
this
a
was not
discovery that
correct.
didn't-
No, I feel
Yeah.
didn't yield
hold
the
on,
right
I have an
results.
interjection.
It's weird.
That is an issue with our society
It
today in
is.
America. that-
Completely. Teach your children how to fail gracefully.
Well-
Make it not a culturally
I-
abhorrent thing to be.
So I
Have you played a
asked,
video game lately? You cannot fail missions in video games.
okay, so I asked the doc about what his
We need
thoughts
to
on
make
this
better video
was.
games.
And he said it was kind of like twofold. One is that you don't want to tarnish the reputation of your institution. And two, you don't want to give your competitor a heads up.
But when posting,
God,
yeah,
it's so fucking okay. I get that.
Wait, but you
fuck
know
that.
why?
Yeah, but it's like, oh
that.
man, that sucks, dude.
But you know why? Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Well-
Well, in that case, yeah, that is fucking.
I don't know.
right,
In
yeah.
this case, it's like,
it is.
You
Fucking
don't want to give your competitors an advantage?
Yeah, 'cause
Why? Because then they're
they're
going to get
competition.
grant money over you.
Yep.
Capitalism.
It's all about competition.
Yeah, it's not about the quality of what you're putting out. It's the fact that you can put out
It has
something.
nothing to do with the actual.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
research.
no,
it's all
no,
about, it's all about
it's-
fucking money.
Because, say it with me, everyone.
No, fuck you.
Capitalism.
No, fuck
media.
you.
Oh shit.
No. All of you are the worst.
But
Well, it's like my senior thesis was comparing the Sudetenland conflict in 37
oh yeah.
from
See, historical scholar.
Yeah.
Times of London and the New York Times, and how they both covered it. Because Chamberlain was just like, yes, by all means, go ahead and take that Czechoslovak. I don't even know what that is. It's fine. It's okay. And it was bad.
Yeah, that
Like
was
the Nazis used that as testing ground. What
Yeah.
Russia's doing in Ukraine, they learned in Syria, and that's basically what the Nazis did in Sudetenland.
I mean,
But the Times of London did not record on any of the atrocities. In fact, they had a lot of glowing pictures of, yes, as you see here, the newly freed German people that were in Czechoslovakia. Welcome, Adolf Hitler.
They really fucked that one up. Yeah.
See, they dressed him up in really professional attire.
They
Have
did.
you seen his
They
pants?
did. Yeah, but
Dude's
at
got
the time-
thighs for days if those pants are accurate.
That's what
and
I'm-
weirdly shaped because they're pointy on the outside.
But that was the professional attire.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying with my whole fucking topic, turning this segue into
Shit.
back into the topic here. It doesn't matter what it is that you're wearing if people culturally see that as professional attire.
Yeah.
Can we please get rid of the vestigial bib? Can we get rid of the stupid overcoats that are just unnecessary? Can we wear something that is comfortable but also professional?
You understand why people wear very shapeless things when they're in a professional setting, right?
Because they're ugly underneath? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say so you're not sexualizing them, but I guess you're just gonna sexualize them
What?
by saying they're not sexy.
I didn't say
Have
that.
you seen Mitch McConnell?
putting-
I want to see those saggy tits.
He's putting like fucking
First of all-
M&M. He's putting green M&M words in my mouth. Okay? Like, no. Saying someone's ugly does not sexualize them or anti-sexualize
Yes, it does.
them. It does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it fucking does not. You are equating sexual attraction and aesthetic attraction.
Are you saying there's no connection between sexual attraction and aesthetic attraction?
There is, but for me, the asexual lizard over here,
Uh-huh.
who does not really experience sexual attraction for
Sure,
other human beings.
but with how you're using your words.
When I call someone ugly, it's not because I think they're not sexually attractive. I just think they're ugly. Okay?
Okay.
I can
So
think
they
of
can
fucking
be ugly
painting.
yet sexually attractive?
No, I can see a painting and I can say, wow, that's an ugly drawing or an ugly painting or an ugly piece of art or that's a really ugly sculpture of a dog, like that poor dog.
That's an elephant.
Exactly, right? I can say that's ugly. Has nothing to do with whether or not it is
You wanna fuck that
sexually
elephant?
unattractive. Okay? Why are people like this? I have never understood it because I'm a fucking lizard. And like I can't
Sarah, just take this into account. Phil had to bury his face because of laughing. I
He
am
had to
holding
bury-
back tears because of your response to all this.
I just said thanks, Mom, for listening to this episode, and
God.
all
you,
our
you
one
fuck
listener. We apologize.
Who's back?
I don't, but you're welcome.
Thanks, Mom, and don't forget peg the patriarchy.
Thanks.
Ugh.
Wait. I've got one joke to end this on.
Cut.
No, this is great. Why are there Pop-Tarts but not Mom-Tarts? Because the pastryarchy. only Phil and I are laughing.
That's good.
Okay, thanks,
good.
Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
No!